It's officially March.
I have to talk about this egg shortage.
This is just ridiculous.
Egg prices are supposed to go up, I think, 40%.
That'll send me spiraling into debt. What did you do to deal with your soreness?
The other day, I just cried.
Danielle stays booked and busy. I feel like you have like things every night of the week. Yeah.
Two idiots talking about
the dirty dozen.
The dirty dozen. Hello, you guys. What's up? Welcome back to Gals on the Go podcast. I'm Danielle.
I'm Brooke. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
How we doing? Hump day. Getting through the week. It's officially March.
It is officially March. Happy March. I feel like literally our last episode, we were like, it's so cold. And now I'm like, I mean, you're bare legs.
No, I know. I mean, this is like my only destination of the day, though.
True, but
fair,
it is warm.
But it's warm. I mean, I could never have done this like 2 weeks ago.
No.
Yeah.
We were freezing cold.
No, February is a brutal but short month, and I'm here for,
It is the shortest month, yes.
March is a happy time, and spring is we're about to spring forward.
I know, spring forward. I can't wait. My half birthday is on March 20th.
My calendar is marked. That's
yeah,
exciting.
Do.
Big day.
Happy Pisces season to all of our Pisces out there.
Does it start?
It's begun already.
Oh, really?
I know because my mom's birthday is March 2nd and she is a Pisces. So
Got it.
We're definitely in it.
Yes, I see.
But yeah, Pisces season. I feel like there's a lot of March birthdays often. I don't know. I have a lot of March birthdays in my life.
Yeah.
It just depends on the person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I have summer birthdays in my life. Like
summer?
Yes.
Oh.
I have a good amount of August.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's so crazy because like growing up in Florida, August is not like summer to me. Like August is the start
of school. I totally forgot about that.
Like for me, summer is May, June, July. But here it's like June, July, August.
Yeah, no, May was most definitely still spring, like 100%. Like you are fully in till the 30th. Yeah, like you're until,
crazy.
We were in like till the second week of June and then like we'd have finals.
That's crazy.
Graduation was end of June.
But it felt normal.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's, I guess, the weather and stuff. Like, it's not like so. The last few days, you're like, it's so hot. But like,
I'm ready.
And then September even is like still a little warm. But then it's kind of nice, I guess, going after Labor Day. Like it kind of makes sense on a calendar.
It makes total sense.
Yes.
You guys basically do like after Memorial, or no, even past Memorial Day, and then after Labor Day.
Yeah. But then I had to get used to the Southern college schedule, which like threw me off.
That probably meant one of your summers was short.
That first summer was so short. I remember we went to LA.
Yeah.
That was, how long were we even there for? Because it felt like that was so long, but I think
like a week.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less.
So we went that was like my big trip. And then I feel like I had to go home and like get all my affairs in order to go, to college. Especially with Rush, like you have to go. I think I was there like
illegally
the last
early.
Week of July. Yeah.
Yeah, you are. You're there the last week of July, so you probably had like 3 weeks of summer.
Yeah, there was no, but I was so excited that it didn't matter. Like I was like, oh my god, I can't.
You were ready.
I was so ready, and like you're so checked out senior year. I feel like you're like, oh my god, I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, no. Now, ever since moving here, I'm realizing May in New York is like you still wear jackets sometimes.
It depends.
Yeah, such a rude awakening. Depends on the day. Yeah,
I know, like a light jacket.
A light jacket, like a light.
Yeah, what light jackets are you gonna wear this year? Like, I need to like start getting my. I don't know. I want to step up my coat game. I realize that like whenever I see these videos of like people like cool outfit on the street, it's because they always have a cool coat.
It makes the whole outfit. You're so right. Do you know those TikToks where people will say, you do not need the barn jacket. You do not need, and then you're like, well, now I want it. Now what is this jacket? So that was on my feed like months ago, and I just got a barn jacket off of ASOS. It really looks like a barber jacket.
Oh, I literally have that.
Yeah. So
like I fully have it, and I've been keeping it around and like waiting for it to resurge. So I feel like
I think it's time.
It's time.
I think that's good. I think trench coats like what you had on today. Like
I love
a light
trench. I do like a trench. Yeah. Yeah,
like
I still like a bomber. I still do like a bomber. But just something to like tie together the outfit, like more so versus like warmth. Because I feel like in the winter you're focused on warmth. And then you switch to like it just being like a finishing touch almost.
I know what you mean.
Oh, that's always the best time.
It is always the best time. Yeah. I love talking about the weather, unpopular opinion. Like, you know, people are like, ugh. Then we just talk about the weather. Like, I like to talk about the weather. But then at the same time, I always make fun of, like, when I'm in the elevator with someone and it's like, the weather, you know.
It's either, like, their dog or the weather. Like, it depends. You know, yesterday I had a dog that was, like, perfect. Like,
perfect, something to chat about.
Like, he's 6 months. Oh, big paws. Oh, he's gonna get big. Like,
how big is he gonna get? Like,
it's safe conversation. It's like, it gives you something to.
Proud of you for talking to people in the elevator.
The dog was on me, so like it's kind of like, it's awkward then and I wanted to be like, no, I like dogs, like, I didn't want him to be like, oh, this annoyed neighbor is like rolling her eye, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to make it clear, like, just so we know, like, I'm okay with this.
I accept the dog's presence.
Yes, he's very cute. It's gonna be a Bernese. Well, it's gonna be. It is. Yeah. It's gonna be. It's fully a Bernese Mountain Dog. How do you have those in New York City? Can we talk about that?
I have no idea. They're ginormous. They're so fluffy though.
Yeah, the big dogs in New York City. I mean, I love them. I'm so here for it. I feel like you just have to walk it 10 million times a day to like get it moving, right?
You have to walk it a lot.
Yeah.
And hopefully they have like a little bit of a bigger apartment. I don't know. Like, but I guess it keeps the owner in shape too, because they're just constantly taking the dog out.
Yeah, you can't have a day where you're like, wow, this is my first time leaving, is like in the evening time.
Yeah. That's, I feel like, what has held both of us back from getting our own pets, because, oh my God. Sorry, guys. I'm just...
Danielle, are you on the mend though? Do you
I'm on the mend. I think so.
We had shows this past weekend. You were a trooper. You really fought through. I mean, not that there was anything to be done, and you weren't I feel like you just had a lingering cough. Like, it was one of those, like, where it was just.
Well, first my voice was gone and my throat hurt, so I put myself in vocal rest. As
which
performers
was brave.
do.
Yes.
And then, like, towards the end of our trip in the Midwest, I was like keeping Brooke up all night. I was coughing. Well, I don't think
you weren't keeping me up. I feel like I woke up to do it a few times, but like maybe it was just coincidence. But they were like,
they had some grit
coughs.
They were
not
wet.
Just like like
like,
oh, I felt bad because that sucks. I mean,
I felt so bad too. Even before, I literally like Uber Eats NyQuil. I was like, Brooke, I will try and like pass the fuck out, but
it's but you went on stage and you performed and you did a great job. You've been with it,
It was really fun though. We had so much fun in the Midwest, which, speaking of, so sad, we had to reschedule our St. Louis show due to snow, because we had people messaging us too, like, is the show going to be canceled? And so we went ahead and rescheduled it to June 26th. So definitely you'll have to like re-get your tickets. You would have been refunded and then be able to repurchase, and we'll have the link on our link tree for you guys to purchase. But we're really excited. I'm really pumped because it's so beautiful in St. Louis in the summer. Have you ever been to St. Louis?
No, I've never been to, I don't think the state in general, unless it was like passing through, but I feel like that's like out of the way to pass through for me.
Yeah, I don't know why you would pass through, really.
Yeah. But you have your summer family reunion nearby.
Brooke was like, we should time it around your family reunion, which was really nice and thoughtful. So now I think my family reunion might be attending this show. So
I'm here for it. It will be the Carolyn family reunion, and there will be some special guests at that show.
Yes.
And then we have Irvine, which is also going to be special guest, just because I feel like YouTube friends and stuff that live I still call them YouTube friends. I really need to work on that. That's just like always what I've called people that we know from the internet. Like, but they're not, they're like our friends. Like, it's just that when I was in high school and I would describe people, like I would talk about Danielle to my high school friends or whatever. I'd be like, oh, my YouTube friend Danielle.
That's who I am.
I guess it makes it your home friends, your college friends, your YouTube friends. Like, it was always YouTube, but I guess you could say social media friend, but they're also just like my friends, right? Like, they're just our friends. Like, Taylor King is like our friend. Like, I don't know why I say YouTube friend.
I guess like social media friends. Depends on who we're talking to, but now like, I mean, at this point, I say Brooke and people know exactly.
Of course. It depends the scale of closeness. Closeness in the
or I'll say my podcast co-host Brooke.
Oh yes.
Like, I don't really say my YouTube friend Brooke anymore.
No, definitely not. No, I don't say that about Katie, I would say either. No. Like, definitely, like, I think you pass a level of like, we've hung out enough times and like you're so integrated in my life that like, but I'm talking about people that I don't see regularly.
No, totally. That's so true.
Anyways.
Speaking of friends, I actually wrote this down to talk about saying the word girlfriend. We've been around people, and like, this is so common. Probably a lot of you guys say this, that will say like, oh, I'm going to dinner with a girlfriend tonight. And I think it's so chic and fun. And I asked Brooke, I said, do you ever say that? Which I know you don't, because I'm around you.
Like, the context would be like, I'm going to get dinner with some girlfriends tonight. Or, I'm seeing my girlfriends on Saturday.
Yeah, or like, I have a girlfriend that lives in Austin. I'm going to stay with her.
Who used this phrase that started? Was it your mom?
Well, my mom does use it, and I was going to say that. She always said, I noticed that generation says it a lot.
Yeah.
One of our friends in Cincinnati said it, and that's what triggered it.
Yes.
She's like, I have a girlfriend in Tampa. I want to go visit. And I was like, oh my God, that was so like chic of her to say. But if I like every now and then, like, I guess to distinguify, like, okay, distinguify. I think I just made my. It's because I went and saw Wicked last night, and they like make up.
They do
like,
yes, they do. Yes.
I didn't mean to scarify you.
I think you've seen Wicked enough times that you're wickidified.
Yes,
so,
I'm wickidified.
Unfortunately, I think that you might be put on not vocal rest, but wicked rest.
Yes. Like, I'm on wicked rest, and we'll talk about that later. No, okay. One thing about me, I beat things to the ground. I see shows many times.
That's okay.
But there was a reason I went last night, which we'll talk about. But
distinguify.
Distinguify. Oh, if you're trying to distinguish, like, oh, I wasn't with guys last night. Like, I was with girlfriends. I have said that before. Have you?
Maybe I would just say I was with my friends who are girls. I don't think I've ever used the phrase
really?
girlfriends.
Okay,
or like if I had to clarify, like, oh yeah, it was just girls.
True. Maybe I'd say that was like just girls' dinner. I would say like girls' dinner.
Yeah. But honestly, I don't have guy friends. Like I just don't. Like at this point in my life, I don't. I had some from high school fringe, but like we all live all over the place now. Right. So like when I'm hanging out, I just don't have guy friends. Like, and I'm not saying that in any sort of which way. But like, my friends are girls.
Yeah, but then their boyfriends, those are guys that are there.
True. Then I would say like couples.
Okay. Yeah.
But it might not even necessarily be couples. I would say it's a few couples and some friends. Like
yeah.
I don't think I'm a girlfriend's girly because all my friends are girls, but I do understand why someone would say it. And it is so fun to say like, oh, my girlfriends, like,
but I don't even think people are saying it to differentiate like it from guys.
Yeah.
They just like say it. So we need to clip this and I want you guys to comment down below. Do you call your friends your girlfriends or do you say that they're your friends? Because we want to know.
Yeah. I think I would say gals. Honestly, I use gals a lot in my everyday life. Yeah, I'm like,
but is that just us? Like,
no, I think a lot of people do now. I've been seeing it more commonly used, like, not as much as girlfriends, of course, but I have been seeing like, oh, just me and a bunch of gals, like, or like I'm going out with the gals.
Yeah, like gals day. No, totally. I mean, same. Obviously,
but
like,
that's obviously like our brand. So yeah.
I'm curious. Yeah. I just thought we should bring that up. Well,
no, that is a really good point. But your mom is so like girlfriends coded. Like your mom is like, I'm gonna see a bunch of girlfriends, and like it just makes sense, like that she says that. You know what I mean?
Does your mom say it?
No,
you don't think so?
No, for no particular. I think she thinks alike to me. That same.
Do you think it's like a? No, it's not a Southern thing because it's not.
No, because I feel like I've seen Long Island, be like in a group of girlfriends.
Yes, like it's definitely not.
I think it's just lingo and what sticks,
Yeah, we'll have to get to the bottom of this and we'll update next week's episode.
Yeah.
We should do a poll on our Instagram stories or something.
Yes.
Or on the newsletter. Can we do polls on our newsletter? Yes, we can. Subscribe to our newsletter while we're at it. It's Substack. We're very trendy.
Guys, it's on Substack. It's so easy. People are like, where do I find it? It's literally on Substack. I think it's GOTG Pod. I think that's the handle on Substack.
And it's really good.
It's so good. There's truly premium content there every week for free.
Yes, like this past week's literally had like date night ideas in New York. Like you're welcome.
That's a great point there.
And we also, while we have you, we also have a GOTG LTK. And we literally link our outfits from head to toe every week from the podcast. So if you watch us on YouTube and you're like, where the heck are Brooke's shoes from? You can go to our GOTG LTK. And then we obviously both have our own LTKs as well, where you can find, like, we link literally everything. Like, things from our Instagram stories are linked on there. Like,
it's all there.
We try to make it as easy as possible. Like, I get so excited when an influencer I follow has an LTK. I'm like,
I know, because it's just like convenient to find it all in one place. And you're like, oh my God, someone tell me where the bag is from.
Yes.
Like, it's there. I think that's it for housekeeping things.
Sweep.
We haven't said that in a while.
No, we haven't.
I know, but we really have been sweep. I feel like we've been keeping things orderly. We've been hitting deadlines, and we've been. I'll give us a pat on the back. I think we're doing pretty good.
I think so. It's been Gals on the Go is off to a good start this year.
I think so too. Yeah, lots on the horizon. Nothing big. I'm like big things coming. Not like one particular big project, but I just feel like good things are on the horizon.
Yeah, we love it. We love you guys. So, and it's always Cincinnati and Chicago. You guys were wild, like in the best way. Like, thanks so much for giving us all the energy. It like literally walked off stage. We were like, yes. Like we just felt so good, and that was because you guys made us feel so good. So thank you again. So should we do our panic of the week?
Yeah, let's talk about what we're panicking about.
I'm dying to hear what your panic of the week was.
Cincinnati. Now I chose to wear a dress that I did not get hemmed. I just got it in the mail and said, oh, this dress. Honestly, I was on the hunt for this dress. Like it was, I found it on Revolve, but it was pre-order and I was like, oh, I want to wear it to Boston because we were all wearing red.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not going to come in time if I ordered from Revolve. So then I had to go to the random person's website. I mean, it wasn't that random, but it was just an unfamiliar website to me, the designer's website. I was like, I don't know if it's going to come in time. I'm messaging them on Instagram. I don't know why. I was like, hi, if I order this dress today, will it come in time? What's the sizing like? A little tip for you. They answer. So
yeah,
they answer.
Exciting.
Yeah. And they were like, it should get there in time. Of course.
It should.
One day off. Literally got there. I think the day we got back from Boston, I was like, no worries. I'll wear it another time because the dress is so beautiful. And the return policy for the specific designer's website is how the fuck am I going to return that?
Yeah, it's not a Revolve situation.
Happening. No. So I knew that it was mine. I was like, mine to keep. Okay, let's figure this out. It's a gorgeous dress. I was like, I'll wear it to Cincinnati. I didn't try it on, I guess, with heels. I tried it on, saw it fit, saw that it was long, but I just figured with heels it would be maybe the appropriate length. The thing was so long. I mean, I'm 5'7", and I've never had a dress drag on the floor like this, especially with heels, because length is usually an issue for me, if anything. Things aren't long enough. Do you have that with everything? Everything you wear, you're like, oh, it's short?
Every single thing, Brooke. I put on these jeans this morning. I had to cut them. I have a pair of fabric scissors. I pretty much cut all of my jeans.
Wow.
Because I can't be getting every pair of jeans hemmed. I'll take the raw hem. I don't care.
Do you order the short?
Sometimes, or they're not available, and I don't care.
Yeah, and you'll just go in and cut them.
Yeah, and sometimes the short, it's a little too short. I'm on the cusp.
I feel that way about the long. I'm a little
too short for the long.
Long is usually 5'8" and above, and I'm 5'7". So
right.
It's I'm right there. So it really depends.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of leg though, so I'll flex.
You can work with it. But yes, your gown, it was long.
It was long. I could have used a fabric
good,
scissor though. It would have been perfect with a fabric scissor. Honestly, I could have just used because it was that light.
Yeah, you wouldn't
material.
have noticed.
Totally. Decided to wear a platform, Danielle, and when we went shopping at the outlets that time, I got these gorgeous Prada platforms. They're pretty comfortable, and I have a problem with picking uncomfortable shoes. I was like, I'm gonna wear the comfortable shoes with this dress, but it was just even in the hotel room, it was kind of getting stuck on them. I was like, oh, this is gonna be tricky, but we'll make it work. How much walking do we really do? I mean, no worries. We get to the venue, and they were like, okay, guys, you want to run through sort of where you're are blocking essentially, where we're walking on and off the stage and whatever, and they were like, it's a bit of a walk. The walk from the stage to the crowd, because we do go into the crowd, is about 2 minutes. The stage to the crowd in 2 minutes.
And that's with sneakers on.
No, and we're only about 3 feet up on a platform that is the stage. So I'm wondering, how is this even mathematically possible? That
where do we have to go?
In 2 minutes. It's where do you have to exit the building?
It's giving concert quick change, going under the stage.
Seriously. But we were in theory, we were not going that far. If we would have just jumped off of the stage, we would have been where we were going. You know what I'm saying?
I almost thought, do we just slide off? But I was like, maybe not.
I had the thought, can't they pull up some stairs?
I know, a ramp.
A ramp even. Give me something. It was the most.
Body surf. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, don't I just dive?
Who's gonna catch us, gal pals?
That would be crazy.
Yeah,
it would totally break my neck.
Yeah.
Especially in this outfit with all the.
No.
They'd be catching the tail of it and not the actual
Your
base.
Tails out.
Yeah, my tail would be everywhere. But the walk was how many flights of stairs? It had to be
2.
4. It felt like a.
Oh well, 1, 2. Maybe it was 4 total, but 2 staircases.
It felt like a lot. We went down to go back up. I feel
Yes.
to go down again. It was one of those type. And I'm in these big ass, maybe 5-inch platforms. I usually don't wear big heels. I'm in this long dress, and the people there were basically just holding their hands over their mouths,
they were chirping. Did you hear what she said? She was like, "Oh my god, I would have told you if I knew you were wearing heels." And I was like, "It's okay. We live in New York. We got this." It was kind of pissing me off actually.
Yeah, I know. In other cities, sometimes they'll hold your hand, literally. I'm
No.
you can hold my hand as I walk. It is, I don't want to fall.
Yeah.
Thank you. Not that I was
them.
expecting that, but just a little more. They were like, oh.
Yeah, they were just oh my god, these girls.
Up and down fucking 4 flights of stairs. At one point I did get all twisted in a bunch. I was like, oh my god, I gotta whatever.
Yeah.
And the stairs were dark. It was like Lucy had to come at one point with like a flashlight to like save us. Do you remember?
Yes,
Yeah,
she was like, no one's with you guys? Oh my God. Like Lucy's literally on like basically right off stage, like doing the whole show. And she like had to come out and like get us a flashlight.
It was wild.
It was all while we were holding our microphones and I was like trying to keep the audience engaged. So I was like, we're coming. Like every now and then I would like say something in the mic. I don't even know if the audience could hear it.
No, you were getting the crowd hyped up in a good way. And we had some people come on stage from the crowd. So if you had to do that zigzag, thank you. I pray for you.
They had to do it too.
They probably were so fucking confused. Like, what is going on right now?
Like the
it was giving the Severance hallway, but stairs instead.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, oh my gosh. Like, you know, when you
it was a lot of stairs and just like fluorescent lighting and nothing much else.
And I should have just cut my dress because that was just like, it was a hazard to myself and to others because I would have tripped on someone and like, you know.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, it's all
looked
good.
Great. And it wasn't an issue on stage, at least. Like,
I knew
during the show, it
wouldn't
was
be,
fine.
Because, I mean, how many steps do we really take during the show? Like,
No,
really
we
not.
just kind of walk up and down.
Yeah.
No
but in the
problem.
crowd, I was like, we're bouncing all over the place. And you have the mic in one hand, so you're kind of like,
Yeah, like,
You know.
Just tour thing.
I know, I'm a touring artist. What can I say?
on the road.
What about you?
Eggs. We have
Eggs,
to talk
period.
about this egg shortage. It's actually making me go crazy because I am such a breakfast person and my option for breakfast is eggs. I've had to move over to yogurt and granola.
You're making concessions because of the egg shortage.
Truly,
Yeah,
like,
it's
I
affecting
mean,
your life.
every week I'm like, Whole Foods, what do you got for me? And it's just like a little sign like, sorry, like we're not finding eggs that we're happy with right now. And imagine my boyfriend Ryan, who
How many
flips
eggs does
6
he-
eggs a day,
6?
but 3 of them without the yolk. He would want me to tell you that.
Okay, but it doesn't matter though because half a dozen eggs in this economy
Exactly.
is literally like
Yeah, or maybe he's probably had to ration it off a little, and he's been like freaking out too, and he'll text me like, found some here, and I'm like too lazy to go there. But I don't know. Actually, no, it's not just in New York because my family in Florida, they were saying there's no eggs. I'm like, oh my God, we gotta fix this bird flu fast. Like I feel so bad.
when you go to the grocery store and you just see the curtain closed, it's just a sad curtain. And it's like, wow.
Yes.
Like it's like show's over kind of like. It's,
Yes, but what's
Yeah.
crazy is I haven't had a problem like if I've gotten a bagel sandwich or anywhere else, like they've had eggs. So
Oh, you're right. I was
know?
thinking about that. Like
at
even
restaurants,
at Starbucks.
yeah, or egg sandwich.
They have egg sandwich, but and I'm like, is the price gonna go up because
I
of
know.
the shortage?
Egg prices are supposed to go up, I think 40% this year or something crazy.
I mean, they are. I was at one place. I won't say. I paid $10 for the dozen. Like, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is just ridiculous. Like, and not. I'm not talking like the specialty, but like it was just eggs, but they were just New York prices. Which
Do you have like a type of egg you go for?
I guess. Like a color or like
No. Like I try to get the Vital Farms
Oh, you have a type.
pasture raised organic egg.
Oh, you have your order.
Yes.
No, I don't have a type. Ben told me to get large. I was always used to getting extra large, but he told me to get large instead because it's a more standard size for baking, and he's a baker.
Everyone has different needs.
So now I just like it's in my head.
Yeah.
Just like get the large, but my family always got extra large because it was like it's an extra
XL.
large.
Yeah,
like,
extra
it's an
large.
extra
egg.
large.
So you don't do organic or anything. You're like,
Um,
are you like an organic buyer?
it depends on the item and like the day and
Tea.
the mood that I'm in.
I
Honestly,
actually don't know this about you.
it's so
like produce.
it's so rogue of me to decide like if I'll do organic or not.
It's just like in the moment. Like, I'll get the organic.
It looks
carrots.
better.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know.
It depends. It really depends. Like, cause I'm thinking Trader Joe's, like when there's the spinach and the organic spinach and they're both in the bag, like I'll probably just get the regular. What do? You only buy organic?
Yes, but that's because I grew up in an organic household. It's
Yes.
something like Ryan and I really differ on. Like he's like,
no, he doesn't need the organic.
he's like, no, I don't need that. I'm like, it's just how I grew up. Like,
Yes.
I think it just depends.
There's what do they say? There's like the dirty dozen. Have you heard this?
no.
Oh, that's like I don't know what they are. I actually want to look it up. They say that those are like the ones that you should get organic. 'Cause
Okay.
those are the ones that like the most like I don't want to say I'm not a doctor. You guys we're idiots over here.
Yeah,
right?
we're literally idiots over here,
Two
like-
idiots talking about pesticides in our food. Like I don't know. I'm drinking a Starbucks with cold foam and sugar-free vanilla.
Hey,
like the chemicals are in my body. Just that's fine.
Extra vanilla?
Extra. We need to talk about that.
I wrote it down.
The dirty dozen.
The Dirty Dozen.
Oh, it's here.
You tell us, Brooke.
Okay. Dirty dozen food list. Here we go. The Dirty Dozen is a list of fruits and vegetables that are most contaminated with pesticides. The 2023, this is like an old list, I guess. Strawberries, spinach. Fuck. I literally just said okay. Kale, collard and mustard greens, peaches, pears, nectarines, apples, grapes, bell and hot peppers, cherries, blueberries, and green beans.
Yeah.
That feels like it's more than a dozen, but sure. Okay, so it's kind of, if I could simplify it seems like berries.
Yeah.
And like apples, pears, peaches, like, you know, those sort of things. I kind of block those all together.
So not bananas. Okay, good to know.
No
I guess because they're wrapped. Like you peel them.
That would make sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So it like doesn't really matter too much because you're peeling off the... Two idiots talking about pesticides.
No, I literally have no idea. You know, I don't think I feel like my family is the same as me. I think it just depends on the family that you come from if you'd buy organic or not. I'm a little cheap in that regard. Like it's so weird. I will literally treat myself to an Uber every day, like which makes no fucking sense. But that $2 more for organic eggs, like that'll
send me over the edge.
That'll send me spiraling into debt. Like I don't know.
No, again, it's back to the girlfriends versus friends. Like it's just a way of life and how you grew up and what you say. So yes, circling back to the extra vanilla. Please tell the story. My mom's gonna die laughing, and I haven't gotten clarity, by the way.
Oh my God. Well, you texted me, both you and your mom texted me, like, got a spot at the coffee shop. Like,
I actually don't think I texted.
Or maybe you didn't.
Just my mom did, you said.
Oh, yeah. Your mom was like, got a spot at the coffee shop, like, come and meet me, like, something like that. I
don't know why. Maybe she wanted to say goodbye because she wasn't
going
to
it was
Cincinnati.
So sweet. I was like, I'll be down in a few. I slept in that day and it felt really nice.
Yeah.
Even though it was like the time change, so we didn't really sleep in, no.
But a little bit. Felt like it.
And then I finally go downstairs. I was like, okay, I'm gonna like go get a coffee. I like saw the menu. I was like, oh sure, I'll take the cookie butter chocolate delight, whatever the fuck it was called. It was literally called, or the Cupid's brew. I think it was called that. It was like
something good.
It was just served to me. You know, like when the menu's in front of you. Ordered that. I don't even know. It was in all sorts of sweet things. I mean, I saw them going in with tons of pumps. It was delicious. One of the best lattes I've truly had in a really long time. So sweet, so good. I got my nice iced drink and my croissant. I walked back over the table, and your mom like just is like, "Oh, did you get extra vanilla? Extra vanilla." And I love your mom so much but I just had no idea what she was. I was just like, "It's very sweet." Like, yeah, I got the Cupid's brew or whatever. Like.
Yeah.
And your mom just loved it. She was just sitting there laughing to herself. She loved it. Like she loved that I was like drinking my sweet coffee and she got to see it.
Yes. And so then we're in Chicago or Cincinnati heading home.
Yeah.
And I just pulled up the text. I text my mom a picture of all of us in Starbucks, like, you know, headed out. And she goes, my gals. And I said, hee at Starbucks. Of course, she goes, extra vanilla for Brooke. And so now we're like, what is this? Like, what is this? And so I said, what is this coming from? And she goes, treat yourselves. You did it. And I said, I got vanilla too. She goes, playful Michelle with the devil emoji. So I do not know what she means by that. And then she said, with a side of spray tan. I'm working on my new bit.
She has a concept there. The spray tan and like the self-care of it all. Like she has a concept. I think it's because we talk about that I drink sweet coffee, but I don't know if it was like extra vanilla. I feel like that was her
it's just
addition
like that you
to
get
it.
vanilla in it.
Yeah.
So
I think
funny.
that was a Michelle add-on.
But so then today, Lucy and I were at Starbucks getting coffee, and Lucy goes, extra vanilla for Brooke.
No, now it's like my bit. I'm like, all right, extra vanilla.
No, I know. It's so funny.
Extra vanilla.
Life on the road, you know?
Yeah,
so
no.
you start to get some silly jokes.
That's what we start to laugh about. We're like,
no,
wow,
literally.
Yeah.
So now, Mom, if you're listening, please clarify where extra vanilla has come from, or if it's just your own thing.
Please. Let us know, Michelle.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh my God, favorites. We haven't even done that.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, you know, I've been active. Yes. No, actually, you texted me the other day. You're like, are you sore right now? And I was so sore and I didn't know what to do about it.
I was so happy you were sore because I figured you weren't because you've been like on the grind this past week.
The thing is, like, I'm really fit, but like I'm chronically sore and I don't know when that ends. I've never gotten to the point where that ends. Have you?
No, and I think it's because we're not stretching or something. Like I feel like we need to talk to like Sydney Adams. Like, does she stretch? Like, why aren't people sore? Maybe they are.
There's a whole plethora of supplements I think you take when you start getting like serious fitness. Creatine,
muscle recovery and all that.
Have you heard about creatine?
Yes. Oh yes.
I'm interested. I heard that it's, of course, Ben told me, he's like, but it impacts your liver or like whatever, or your kidneys or something. Like, you know,
I know a lot of guys that take
bring up
creatine. I know girls do too.
I think if you like don't overdo it, like it's fine, but it's like supposed to help build muscle. Anyways, two idiots talking about supplements. Yeah. But they say electrolytes are like really good for, and I was actually on a good kick of like, you know, doing like liquid IV or Element every once in a while, especially like last year. I feel like when I was really working out, it completely fell off. I just was like, water's fine for me. Not really. Like, I feel like you do need a little bit of an extra boost.
Yeah,
like,
on those days where you really like overexert yourself or.
Yeah, like I feel like it's nice even before I work. Like if I'm sore and then like I'm going, like today I woke up sore and like I'm like I have a workout later. Like I have to not be sore.
100%.
Or like at least be like, you know.
Yeah, able to function.
Yeah, I found these new electrolytes. I've tried them before, but I really like them. They're Noon, N-U-U-N.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tablets. I mean, it's so easy to travel with them. Like, so it's nice. You can just pop them in or whatever. They don't taste too crazy, and they're not super sugary or salty. You
don't like an extreme.
I just want it to kind of taste like dirty water. Like just, you know, a little Hinto.
Hinto. That's nice. So you've been
that's what I
hydrated.
just have been doing. I mean, I've done it like 3 times. I'm like, these are my favorite. But they like taste good is the thing. Like, or not good, but not bad, I guess.
Yeah. 100%.
No extra vanilla for the electrolytes.
No extra vanilla. Yeah, that's so true. You don't care if it's not sweet. That's actually off-brand for you, I feel like.
I just like
really
water
tea,
though,
right?
but I just like water. So that's the thing. Like for me, I'm like, if it's in place of water, I'd want it to like be similar to water. You know?
I see, like go down easy.
Yeah, I like sweet coffee. That's the thing. Like I feel like I'm not.
Yeah.
Like if I get a smoothie, I'm okay if it's bitter. Like it doesn't need to be the sweet. It depends on the category of drink for me.
Of course,
you know,
darling. Of course.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If you find out anything else about like the fitness stuff, like from Ryan or whatever, please let me know because I'm sure my brother and your brother
you could
give us a full lesson. But like they're like so extreme. I need someone to tell it to me that's like not gonna like freak me out. You know?
I know. Ryan takes creatine or drinks. I don't know if it's a take. It's a drink.
I think it's a pill, or you could do it. Maybe do it in a drink. I don't know. I
have no idea. I feel like he uses creatine powder, and so does Freddie. Yeah, you'll have to talk to Sal too. We'll do some recon.
What did you do to deal with your soreness when you were?
The other day, I just cried about it. Not actually, but I was just like. I took a really hot shower. That felt nice.
That's
like,
smart.
Theragun.
I hit my whole body with the Theragun so much.
What about, but when it's on my neck, I don't love to put the Theragun there.
I know, you're not really supposed to. Do you have a heated neck wrap?
I do. And I know you love yours.
Oh my gosh, when my neck is sore, that helps a lot.
You have like a Rare Beauty one or something. Is that the one you use? Yeah.
I had that one, but I blew it up in the microwave. Literally, like it got like a burn patch on it, like because it like I left it for too long and totally like charred.
That's happened to me before.
Yeah, no, it like exploded. I was like, what was that loud bang? And then I was like, whoops,
sorry.
Yeah,
I know, because you always want to do it more time than they say you should, so you make it extra hot. You know, it's like do not exceed.
Well, I think it was like already warm, and then I was like, oh, I'll put it back in while I shower or whatever it was, and you know,
yeah, oof,
not the full time, but you know, enough.
10 minutes.
No, not that.
Oh
my god, my apartment building burns down. No. Yeah, I need to start like getting my supplement routine in check. What did I do while I was sore? I blamed it on the shoes. I was like, oh, maybe it was the new shoes.
You thought it was the shoes, maybe? Well, yeah, because you said it was your legs that were sore, so maybe.
I was just looking for an excuse, I think. You know, when you're like really embarrassingly sore for something, you're like, I don't know, I like must be the equipment. Like
yeah. No, I think that workout we were just doing, we took the class, which was really cool. I've heard about this by Taryn Toomey, and it was so peaceful, Michelle Cote. Like it was.
She's your mom, not reincarnated, but
that's
like,
what I know.
No,
it's
I know.
like,
no, she is.
It was my mother on stage.
You know how we met someone recently that looked like Hannah Brown? Like it was kind of giving your mom. But like another, like parallel lives.
Yeah, like whoa,
like,
I'm talking to this person.
Could be the same person, but like
definitely. Yes. No, it was crazy. Like we were doing like we were grunting and shaking. It was honestly it's really good for your nervous system. So I want to give that class another try. We went with Lululemon actually. Shout out Lululemon, we love you.
Yes.
My favorite is bootcut jeans. I got some from Abercrombie because everyone talks about the mother ones and I haven't tried them, but I know Abercrombie's got my back, so I got them in 2 different colors. These are the Curve Love medium rise bootcut jeans. I just obviously cut them, but I have them in black as well, and I really like them as like a going out jean, you know, like because I still do love my baggy jeans, but we were talking earlier about how maybe you know, it's nice to have a slimmer fit sometimes. So I really like it. This top is also from Abercrombie. I just try to make it its own little set, even though it's not actually. But yeah, bootcut jeans, they're on the rise again, huh?
I'm so here for it. I think it's a very flattering cut. We used to wear like extreme flare. Like I feel like
a little scarred from that, yeah.
But I feel like this is an appropriate flare.
Yeah, it just kind of flares at the end, and I'm wearing boots with it. It's perfect.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love a bootcut jean.
How's the rest of your week been going?
It's been really good. I feel like I've been working out every day, which is just, that's, I don't know why I make that my entire personality when I do it.
You do make it your entire personality.
No, I literally do. That's the thing. Like people.
So do I. I like post about it when I go.
Oh, 100%. But no, Ben was like, people are telling me that you've been really consistent with your workouts.
People have been telling me.
Yeah, like his friends in med school are like, Brooke is really crushing it right now. I'm like, I think it's just because I'm posting about it a lot.
Yeah. It's so funny because to me, you are a consistent worker-outer.
Not to this degree though. Like I feel like I'm like a couple times a week, and now I'm like really trying to be like, while we're here, like no excuses. Like, I mean, a little soreness, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Especially because I started to feel, I'm like goes to Pilates a few times, but like I did start to see some definitions, and now I'm like motivated to keep going. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like I'm like, wow, I feel physically stronger.
Yeah, that's really nice.
So it's motivating. No, that's a really boring sentiment, but I said I was gonna do it in the beginning of the year. I'm like beginning of the year, I'm like, I'm gonna do this, and here I am. Maybe I'll run a marathon. I'm kidding, maybe not.
No, same. I definitely feel like I've been working out on the weekends more. Well, me getting sick like wasn't helpful.
Yeah,
it like kind of put me out. But like I was on like a really good routine. I've gotten back on it this week of like something every day, just like even if it's just walking on the treadmill. I feel like it's just like mentally doing it, because then 21 days to make a habit, right?
And you do feel so good.
You feel amazing.
I will say, like, just having it in the calendar and doing it, especially those days where you're like, I just really don't want to do this for no particular reason. Like last night, I decided I can't do evening workouts. I used to be very big into them, and I just create all of the excuses throughout the day then. Then throughout the day, I'm like, I really should, like.
Or my makeup's already done. Like, I'm going to dinner. Like,
exactly. Like, oh, I could finish this work thing that I've been working on. Like, I just create exexcuses.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Or I'm like, oh, it would be nice to have dinner with a friend. Like, I start creating excuses.
A girlfriend.
Girlfriend's coming over for dinner.
Yeah.
No. So I feel like you have to figure out like the time of day that works for you and stuff though. But we're also lucky that we don't have to wake up at 5 and do it. Like I literally couldn't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it if I had to wake up at 6 a.m. and
No, major props to you guys. Like I can't. It's not in my blood.
No. But I've also been going to bed earlier and sleeping more. So that's also good too. I feel like when we're here, like I'm trying to be in a routine, because the days where we're, not to be dramatic, but when we're on the road, like I'm going to say it, like we eat like shit, we sleep like shit, we do, the hygiene is not the best. Like it's just, everything is just like.
It goes out the door.
Right?
Like for some of our shows, we were able to like go work out in the morning, but there was no time with the Midwest because we woke up and traveled and then did the show. So there was no time for that.
It's definitely like so I'm trying to like learn to take care of myself when I can, and I feel like that is true balance, is like, okay, like I have the time and the space and the capacity to do it now. We're very big on, my therapist and I, we're very big on capacity. Like, what do you have the capacity for? And it's like,
I love that.
Being intuitive with that. You started therapy again.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm really happy. I love it. I'm like on the weekly grind.
Yeah. Do you have a set time?
And that's why I really like this girl, because my last therapist, even though I literally missed her so much, obviously still, like she was amazing. She would, first of all, she'd have to book out like a few weeks in advance. And this girl is awesome because she'll be like, all right, like on Sunday, what day do you want to do this week? I'm like, this is incredible. I can just, and she's actually only 45 minutes, which you said yours is too.
Yeah, 45.
Which I kind of love, because my last one, she would do like an hour and a half. And sometimes towards the end of it, I was like, I'm like so ready to be done.
I can't even believe it. But it was every other week?
Yeah, or like it just depended on what I was going through.
That is a long fucking time. Like
it's
that
long.
Even 45 minutes towards the end, I'm like, and thanks so much for coming out tonight.
And thank you.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Do you ever find yourself like ending therapy like a podcast? Like, so yeah, that's that. Hope you enjoyed my story.
Totally. Well, like I said, I'm like, and I'll see you next week. Thanks so much again.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night. Is your therapist like your age or like older?
A little older.
Same.
But similar age group. Like I've had ones that are like, grandparents, and now same as you.
Yeah, I'm liking it. It's fun. It's a different vibe. Like it's definitely feels more. She was like, some weeks if you want to just like gossip, we can gossip, and then other weeks if you're like, let's get deep, let's get deep. I'm like, wow, that's so fun.
That's where I'm at too, and it's really nice to like have a therapist that it's not like, did you do your, and I had ones where it's like what is that, like CBT, and like you're doing more like
cognitive
the work. I feel like, and really understanding like, why did that childhood experience make you like this? But sometimes I just want to like be like, look, I'm going through this thing immediately, and I need help now. Like you know,
how often do you go?
I would say weekly, but when I travel, it's maybe every other week. It's pretty. It flexes.
Is that on a set day?
No, same. It flexes.
I love that,
and it's nice.
You can kind of
go with your life. Yeah, it's nice. The beginning, I feel like, of getting a new therapist is always a little like, you're like, I gotta introduce the characters. I gotta like, you know, tell you why I am the way I am, and like, you know.
Yeah. They make it easy though.
Totally.
It's really nice. Highly suggest therapy if you're considering
going back to therapy. It's a brave thing to do.
Yeah, it is a brave thing to do. I did want to quickly circle back on Wicked because we talked about it.
Totally. No, I was going to ask you about what you've been up to, because clearly I feel like Danielle stays booked and busy. I feel like you have like things every night of the week.
This week, that was not ideal though, because we were coming off of a weekend, but tonight I get to rest. I'm so excited. But no, my friends Delaney and Mason, they were like, we want to go see Wicked with MK in it before MK, Mary Space Kate on Instagram and TikTok. She's amazing. She was on my AM Uncovered episode. Obsessed with her. She said she wants to come on Gals on the Go.
She should. The theater gals would die.
She was like, I'm about to have a whole lot of time because my contract's almost up. I would love to be on the podcast. And I was like, oh my God. Like, because I've seen she's been doing some pods.
Oh, I didn't. Wow, that's great.
So I replied. I was like, we got to get you on. She was like, oh my God, I'd love to. So anyways, this is her last week as we're recording. This was her last week as Elphaba. Her contract was up, no bad blood or anything, and like she was just saying like it's so hard on your body. Like she was like, I don't even know, like it's just like a lot. And so Delaney and Macy wanted to go, and I was like, oh, I'll get tickets. Delaney had some app to see like what days were cheapest, because I was like, last time I went it was really expensive. Wow, remember?
You got to put in the newsletter. I'm curious what that app is, because that is good info.
It was so nice. Like she would, it's not even you would get alerts. You would just see on the calendar like what days.
Yeah, that's great.
It was so nice. So yeah, so put that in the newsletter. And she was like, this day looks good. And so I was like, let me just tell Mary Kate that we're going. So I DM'd her. I was like, hey, we're coming to the show. She was like, oh my gosh, you guys have to come backstage and say hi after. So I was freaking out, and obviously they were so excited because they've both been fans of her forever.
Yeah.
And I was just excited to see backstage. It was so cool. After the show, we like went to the stage door, and everyone's like, you know, outside waiting for the stage door, and I go up to the guy with the clipboard, and he's like, who are you here for? And I was like, MK, and everyone's like, oh my God, she's going to see MK backstage right now.
Wow.
I was like, I wish I could bring you all with me. But she actually, I don't know, we should talk to her about this if she's down. She doesn't do stage dooring.
I saw that she posted that, actually. I feel like it's like you want to make sure everybody has a good experience, and it's like it's kind of like
dead
almost
after.
like a meet and greet in a way, and you don't want someone to leave and be like, darn, like I didn't even get to say hi, like, or like it was really quick, she didn't sign my thing. Like I could kind of see that being a thing.
Definitely. And like she, you know, we obviously got to see her and talk to her, and she was so bubbly and so awesome. Like I was actually surprised she had so much energy, but at the same time she was like, you could tell she was just like dead. Like, you know, so us after the live shows, we're like, hey, you know, we don't have as much left to give.
Totally. Versus like, you know, on a random Tuesday, we're better. We're cleaner.
Yeah. Like I can give more. Unless we're doing meet and greets, then we got this.
Totally.
But it was really so cool. Her dresser gave us like while she was degreenifying, she gave us a tour of backstage. It was so cool to see everything. Like they let us touch and take pictures with anything.
That's so cool.
I was like, for sure we can't touch. The only thing that was super high up was Glinda's wand, and so we just kind of like looked at it, but we touched the broom.
Oh, you touched everything. You were a toucher.
I was like, oh my God, let me just touch it.
Like just to feel the texture, like, or to say you touched it.
Just to say I touched it. I don't even remember what they felt like. The green baby that they pull out. If you saw my TikTok, they put it under a blanket because it's like can be scary looking backstage.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Which I could see, and they show us talk about stairs in between like a scene. Yeah. She has like 2 minutes to get down and around these such super narrow and steep stairs, and it's so crazy. And the dresser was saying like she waits at the bottom of the stairs for MK with lozenges and water so she can like quickly like I guess like wet her whistle. I don't even know. and like change really quick and then go on stage for her next number. It's crazy.
Holy shit.
I just like love it. You would have like loved it. Like just being backstage.
Movie magic, but Broadway magic. Yeah.
Yes. And this stage, I forgot what they call it, but it's like at an angle. A lot of theaters now, they don't do this, but this is like an older theater and it's at an angle. And it like hurts to stand on the stage. And I'm like, this is so much on their body. Like it's, I don't know how to explain it.
I see what you mean.
Like imagine like
for depth perspective?
For depth, so the audience can see better.
Yep.
But it was just so cool, and it made me like obviously miss theater and just like the rush of backstage and like everyone has their job, and you know she was talking like the dresser was talking about how there's unions, so like she's which we know all about.
We know about the unions, yes.
Like if you are not in the dressing union, you cannot touch the props. And it made me appreciate because we've had experiences with people like, you know, they're like, no, if you want to use the steamer, like you have to use our dresser, you know, stuff like that, which I think is so interesting.
The unions.
Yeah. There's like so much with it, which as it should be. It was just like so interesting. So that is why I went and saw Wicked one more time, because I wanted to see MK and support her on her last week.
That's so nice of you.
And I got a little treat after, which was
that is a delight. That is a delight. Fabulous. Do you feel like you have the show memorized at this point?
No, totally. And I'm like, so I've got it down. Like I really know a lot of the songs now, which is nice.
They're like, we need a standard. Someone to get in there. It's like how you were with the Super Bowl. Like, you know, you're ready to get
Put me in.
Put me in. Yeah.
Put me in. Met some of our listeners at the show, which was really nice.
That's fun.
So many, like literally so many people were there for MK. Like the girl in front of us sitting, I saw her like stalking MK's Instagram before the show started.
Really?
I was like, I'm going to see her after. No big deal.
Oh my God, you're in there with the. No, she definitely is like huge. Like
she's awesome.
Really, really love her.
She just like opens, like she really pulls back the curtain. I feel like it's awesome.
So good about that.
I just wanted to bring that up because I brought up Wicked earlier, and I just wanted to.
No, that is the full connection, and you know the.
We went to Shannon's show.
We did. Wow, we've been seeing shows this week.
Yeah, went to her live show.
We saw her. It was true comedy. It was stand-up comedy, and it was amazing. I mean, she just absolutely crushed it. She's an amazing storyteller.
Yes.
She really like puts you there, and she's just so funny, and she has such like a natural charisma. Like I don't know how to describe it. She's amazing. We went on her podcast also that's coming out.
We did. Yes.
When is that coming out? Next week maybe?
Yeah, but when you guys are listening, it'll be next week, next Tuesday, I think. So and it's funny.
I thought it was funny too.
A little tea was spilled.
Yeah, we got a little vulnerable. I mean, she just makes you want to open. Oh, yeah.
I confessed something to Shannon that I've been thinking about for like 2 years, that I embarrassed myself with her. So you can go listen. Brooke and her talked about like their first time meeting. It's a good episode. Really I think you guys will enjoy it a lot.
She's just like, you just want to like spill your whole life to her.
Yeah.
She's one of those people.
She makes me want to eat escargot, you know? Like,
yeah, she makes you want to do crazy things.
Things that I normally wouldn't do.
Yeah, definitely. You love that about her.
So that's that. And yeah, that's really like.
Oh, I did my first like street style interview.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yes. Not street style like outfits, like street on like man on the street.
Yes.
Interview.
Brooke on the street.
Yes.
Brooklyn.
Yes. So you guys see these like, you know, the people in like Washington Square Park that like, you know, with the mic, or even like the ones on TikTok that are like, hey, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
We were caught one time by one. It was like I gave the worst fucking answers though. That was horrible. I hated it.
Well, it was so deep, and like we weren't in a deep mood.
It was so introspective. I was like, you got to give me some time. I need a shower.
We were like taking photos in Soho. Like we weren't in mode of like deep talking.
Yeah,
we weren't in podcast mode.
No, and when we went back to back, like we were like our stories were like the same, so it was just, like it just wasn't working. Anyways, I was asked by a brand to do like, instead of just doing like a regular ad, like they were like, hey, can you do like a man on the street style ad? I was like, I've literally always wanted to do one, which I totally could have done already. I have free will, like, but I was like, yeah, you're giving me the excuse.
I have to.
Yeah. And I was like, let me do this in Brooklyn, because I thought it would be brilliant. I was like, no one really does these in Brooklyn. No one does them in Brooklyn. And it definitely was, you know, me on the street with a camera and a small crew and looking. I know how it is when people ask you to sign their petitions and you're like, no, like now I get it. Because, you know, there were people that we approached and we're like, oh, like, and they're like, you know, pretending that they don't hear you or that they have their headphones. I'm like, I get it. It's awkward to say no, and it is a whole thing. Like, you truly do have to be brave to say yes to like, hey, would you be in my video and like try this thing?
Yeah, like,
and like we'll record your reaction. Like, you do have to be bold.
You have to trust. They have to trust you too. Like,
totally,
you're not poisoning them.
Oh, totally. No, it was a whole. I was like,
it humbling?
Look, this is a sealed container. Like, I was trying to like.
Was it so? It was sealed, whatever it was. I can't wait to see it when it goes live.
So I was like, I want you to like know that it's not because it's like scary. Like
it is
like
scary.
A blind taste test on the streets of New York,
Brooklyn.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. Like we're like on camera people, so like yeah, we like to be on camera. But for most people in the world, I don't know if they're like willing to like, hey, will you try this and be my TikTok? Like I feel like people would be like, no. Like
do they have to sign anything?
Yeah. No, I had waivers and we had waivers in one hand. We had the camera person, me.
That's
and
cool.
drink.
That probably made them feel more like, oh, this is legit. Maybe.
I think so. Yes, to some people, and then some people are like, "What am I signing?" Which is
fair. Where's my lawyer?
Yeah, they're like, "I don't know if I can sign this." I'm like, totally understand. Literally, no. Like we would.
No worries.
We like already filmed it, and then they were like, "I don't know if I could sign this," and I was like,
"No worries,
no worries. I'm not gonna like tell you to, but like." I signed it, so I don't.
Yeah, like I signed it. Is it just to basically say like they'll be in your video?
Yeah,
on
it's like
media?
So that they are. It's like your image and like in the video, I guess.
People love shit like that. Like
I know.
They love like their friends will tag them and be like, oh yeah, that's my friend.
Yeah. So next time you see someone that's like on the street, I give them more credit, and like it does seem like they're like bothering people maybe, and like sometimes it is, but like they're just doing their job.
Yeah.
It's fun when people are into it. It's so fun.
Yeah.
You get some people that are just so genuinely like nice and just exude such good energy. And I'm like, I literally would have never talked to you had it not been for this. You know?
So true. And then you get to make a connection with someone random on the street.
Was I hugging
it's
people?
Special. Yeah, you showed me a still from the video. Brooke's just not a hugger. She's hugging random men. Like
you'll have to go see. I mean, some people they just have that energy about them, and you're just like, I feel safe. Yeah, like I feel. I mean, I don't initiate the hug.
No,
but I will accept if it's right.
I will accept.
No, it was great.
I'm so proud of you. That's really awesome.
That's really like putting yourself out there.
That is. I only have one small experience with that, and it was when Ryan was really doing his egg flipping. 1 week, because he would do like every Friday. It was like a different egg flip, and one Friday his friends were like, you should go to Washington Square Park and ask someone else to flip your egg. So we went to Washington Square Park
with the pan,
with the fucking pan and the egg, and I never had the ick more. Poor guy, he even had the ick of himself, and he would just be like, hey, you want to flip this egg? I'll give you $10. Like
he's offering him a cash reward.
Yeah, because it's like, why would someone want to flip an egg? Like it was just so.
People.
Oh my God, it was
once they saw the camera in commotion, they were interested. There was like children, and they were like, I want to be. And I was like, you have to be 18, kids.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And then some people were randomly shouting out. They're like, the news is here.
Oh, the news.
I was like, I would totally be that kid. I'm like, I want to be on the news. Like,
I'd be more inclined, like when those people try to talk to you on the street, if they have a camera, I'd be more inclined.
Because you're like, it's more legitimate versus
like let's ride. Like
you're trying to like get something. Like
I don't know. I think it's fun, but that's just us. We like attention, and we're on camera all the time.
Totally. Like if someone came up to me in Washington Square Park, 100%.
Oh my God,
but also like I get it.
I'll
Some
try
people are
your
just more
bagel.
private. Like they're just like, why do I need to do this? Like,
they don't need to. Not at all. I'm so proud of you. I cannot wait for this video to drop.
Bold
the
things.
base.
I know we're really like being so crazy this year. We're just trying all sorts of new things and bothering people on the street.
It's fun to bother people on the street sometimes. I suggest.
Yeah.
Two idiots talking about
the Dirty Dozen.
The Dirty Dozen. Maybe that'll be this week's title. Well, I think that's a wrap on this week's
I think so too. So come see us. Irvine is coming up soon. What is the date on that? April 2nd?
Yep.
Or is it April 3rd?
And also Texas.
It's April 2nd.
Right? Isn't this episode going out before Texas? So yeah, as this episode's going up, tomorrow we will be in Houston.
Woo!
We have some tickets left. We'd love to see you guys there. We're so excited. We've never been in Houston to do a show. Yeehaw. Packing the cowboy boots maybe. And then the day after that, on March 7th, we will be in Dallas.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. This is just in the nick of time.
I know, just in the nick of time. So we'll be in Texas this week. Please, please, please come. It's going to be so fun. Like, the shows are seriously, I mean, we can't stop talking about them.
I know. So. And it's like really a good show at this point, I will say. I feel like and these are the final shows we're doing for a minute. So if you're like, I want to see the gals, I'm telling you, come now because we're taking.
Yeah, like, I really don't think there's any happening the rest of this year.
No,
right?
These are the final shows of the year.
There's not going to be a December show.
Like, this is it. I know. I feel like people are like, I'll see them the next time they come to town. We might not be,
No, like, no promises.
You gotta come.
So we're so excited. And then, yes, like Brooke was saying, Irvine, April 2nd. And then St. Louis, our last show of the tour, will be June 26th. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening as always. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.